Chelmsford School Building Committee on August 21st, 2025, at the time being 6 o'clock. We'll call things to order, and Chelmsford Telemedia is recording this meeting for the viewing public and for future viewing. So we'll start right off. Approval of meeting minutes, and I sent out the meeting minutes to everybody, I think, yesterday, the final edits, and so any edits to the meeting minutes from June 12th that are up for discussion. Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes of June 12th, 2025.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from our meeting on June 12th.
I have a motion from Dennis.
Second.
Second from John Souza. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
I'm going to abstain.
And abstain from Jim, so,
Abstain also because I was not present.
okay. Abstain from Jim and abstain from Brandon. Okay. I will now, the next item is approval of monthly project invoices, and we have a few things to discuss here, so I'll turn that over to Mr. Sandin.
Thank you, Pat. So as part of the committee packet that Hamdi typically sends out, but I sent it out on behalf, he's on vacation this week, is the budget. And then we have the invoice log, invoice summary number 3, obviously one invoice, periodic invoice for left field for $13,906. And I would be looking to see if someone could move a motion on the approval of this invoice.
Any discussion on David's presentation?
Just going back to the previous slide, the changes in the budget were, some changes there. Was that, so it has the budget and the budget changes and then the current budget.
Yep, so we made the adjustment for us. We moved $70,000 up, so, our current, the budget for OPM services is $445. And then we made some adjustments with the design for feasibility study, and then obviously owner's contingency. So, column A, which I don't know if this would show up, or it does, okay, so this is the original budget that was established before we got on board. And then once we got on board, we just made the budget adjustments. So it's the same 1.8 here, 1.8 here.
And that was mostly just to reflect your contract amount.
Exactly.
Is what it was.
Yep.
Yep. So,
Yep. And that's, will continue, excuse me, we will, when we make budget adjustments, we'll show it, and we have a log that we keep. So if someone was to say, 2 years from now, what did you do 2 years ago? We have a log that says this is how we moved it. So,
and let me just throw something on there.
excuse me.
I might have been going to be talking about it, but I just want to throw something out as well. I recently talked to the town accountant, and we've started receiving reimbursement already from Mass School Building Authority, apparently, for these funds. So where in the past, we were not reimbursed as we went along, in this particular case, as we invoice, we're being reimbursed from Mass School Building. So that process has already started, which is really great news. So, again, our budget is 1.8 million, but we will be reimbursed approximately 52+%. So just wanted to get that out there, and if there's anything you care to add, please feel free.
Sure, if we could just stay on this.
Okay,
and
go
then
ahead.
I'll gladly, I can piggyback what you commented on the
good.
reimbursement.
So if there's no further discussion on this monthly invoice with the period ending 7/31/25, I'd entertain a motion to approve this invoice.
Motion to approve invoice number 3 for OPM services for July in the amount of $13,906.
I have a motion by Dennis King, and I need a second. Second from Brandon. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? It's unanimous. Thank you.
So back on June 12th, we did a riveting presentation on how the reimbursement's going to work. Not that we're going to repeat this again, but this is what we presented on June 12th. And Vivian, thank you for articulating this presentation into a written format in the meeting minutes, because not an easy task to do, because there's some complexity. But as Pat said, the reimbursement is working. So this is a screenshot from ProPay for this particular project. And you will see down at the bottom, we have reimbursement number 1 and reimbursement number 2. I can't read it from here. I think it's 14,935. So I think, John, you indicated, obviously
Yes.
confirmation. And so all the players, they're all communicating to one another and the system's working. So as Pat said, every month now, we're going to have reimbursement, methodically happening. So, and not that I would do a snapshot of ProPay update every month, but I, again, just wanted to show that it's working.
Yeah, excellent, excellent.
Yep.
It's good news.
So as far as designer procurement process update, the items that are shaded light, which now that I'm looking on the screen, it's kind of hard to see, but everything in June, July, and up to today, August 21st, everything happened. So while we did not meet in July, there was a lot of work being done behind the scenes with, obviously the submissions came in, and Hamdi put together a reference portal, and that was sent out to the references a few times. Phone calls were made. We received, references, not 100% of what was reached out, but we got references. We provided a matrix of consultants. We provided everything that the MSBA needs. They have confirmed they received everything, and we are we're in the queue to have their first DSP meeting on the 26th, and in fact, there's a dry run with the DSP members at this table, and it's really just another recap of the protocols for the meeting and to make sure technology works. It's a Zoom meeting. So that is the DSP update, and as a few people indicated, when we meet next month in September, we will have a designer selected. We may not have them under contract, but we'll have a designer selected. So, any questions on the DSP process?
So just to interpret and reiterate, so by September 9th, we should have the selection from the state and then be ready to enter into contract negotiations at that point.
Yep.
If we were to be very fortunate and get them on board before the 18th, they could be at our next meeting, but that will have to be determined, I guess. And sometimes these negotiations go a little longer than a week, but, so just to reiterate, come September, we can get this project off the ground.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, as we indicated, these are the 6 firms that submitted applications. They're in alphabetical order, and everything was delivered to the MSBA. The 6 packets of applications, the consultant matrix list, and the reference. And speaking of references, this is a screenshot of a portion of a much larger document. But these are the references, reference document. Now, this is obviously an example from Florence Roach and Groton. I think this is for CBT Architects. They didn't even submit. Obviously, I don't want to show the references that we got for this project yet, because I would say it is public record, but it's not public record yet. So this is just an example, just to show behind the scenes what was being done over the past couple of months. The reason why there's a few references in blue is that's our kind of graphic tool that we use with the MSBA, as we reached out to those 2 references, but we just never heard back. And that's the case for this project. We have some shaded cells just to show that we did provide outreach a few times and with a follow-up phone call, but we just didn't get the reference. But we add a few columns over here. So these 5 columns, communication, budget control, document quality, schedule control, and construction control, that's a standard MSBA. We have incorporated, understands, so these 3 or 4 are basically what left field utilizes and we've added, which is understands MSBA's procedures and protocols. I know this might sound crazy, but listens to the client. And then,
Does not sound crazy at all.
yeah, and then listens to the OPM, and then would you work with this firm again? So we've added this probably 15 years ago, and the MSBA never said, get rid of those columns, so we kept them. Just wanted to provide a little snippet of what's been being done in the background.
And I'll just say that, yeah, I am familiar with all but one of the firms there.
Of the
They're all
6.
excellent firms. Flansburgh Associates actually did our school project back in the 2000s when we did the auditorium and the middle schools and the high school. So, just for background.
All right, so bear with me with technology. What I'm gonna show here is we've also been working on a dedicated website for the project. And in working with Jay Lang and company, we wanted the colors in the website to still feel like a, Chelmsford district website. So that's why it may look like a Chelmsford district school website. But let me close out of this. And so I don't use Apple.
It's the green button.
Hit the green button, okay. And it'll take the whole screen?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. All right, so this is not necessarily ready for prime time. It is not in the public domain, but I just wanted to quickly kind of share what's been happening. So we have a project introduction, and all of this has to be, vetted by Dr. Lang and just wordsmith. But we have a home. It goes into a high level of milestone activities, and we'll be able to add different shortcuts as we'd like. We have a team, obviously starting with the building committee, MSBA, sorry, do I hit this?
Yep.
Okay. And then we'll be adding the architect. And in speaking with Dr. Lang, the intent is that we would launch this website, let's just say the end of September, once the architect is under contract. And, they might be a press release, but that will be roughly the timing of it. And then there's calendar, and then a schedule, and we'll be using different graphics as we dial in the schedule with the architect on board. And then we have a document library where, obviously, we'll be adding modular 2, modular 3, and so forth. And then we've created some standard FAQs. Why do we need a project? It expands out. But again, all of this has to be vetted by the team. And then FAQs will add along the way. As we all know, some FAQs along the way, they're not applicable anymore, and we'll get rid of those, and it's gonna evolve. So this is a living, breathing, live website that's gonna evolve. But just wanted to, again, show that, even though we didn't meet in July, there was some work happening in the background. So, any questions?
Is there a way for the committee to preview this before it goes live?
Sure. Yeah, we can just share the link.
If you would, I think
Yep.
that would be appropriate to
Yep.
share that with the committee so everybody can kind of get a look and if
Yeah.
you're okay with that.
Oh, yeah, I just haven't had a chance to even read through the narrative
Yeah,
stuff yet.
yeah,
But no,
Yeah,
that's fine.
but, more eyes are better than,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so,
So I can share it with the committee tomorrow. by email.
Thank you.
Yep. So again, it's just, it's a link, but it's not on the public domain.
Sure, understood.
And as we do edits, I'm not the expert here, but I'm told that as the edits happen, it's live.
Yep.
So,
Perfect, thank you.
all right. And then,
Click the red button,
where's the red button?
top left,
Oh, okay, now I see it.
and then you're back on the slideshow, and then just say slideshow, start again. Oh, actually, you're at the end anyway.
Yeah, thank you. So, yeah, I thought we'd be 20 minutes. We're at 16 right now, so.
All right, doesn't break our hearts, David. Okay, so are you all set? Yeah, you've completed?
I'm good, thank you.
Before we go into public comment, I'll just open it up to the board if anybody has any comments on anything we've discussed tonight or anything else on your mind. If not, then I'll ask for public comment if there's any. Seeing none, I guess we'll look for a motion for adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, motion by Dennis to adjourn, second by Jim. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you all.
Thank you.